and the devils are here. Welcome everyone to another episode of Stellar Age 0532 Second Apex Arbiter's Ascent. Our just really unabashed love letter to all things sci-fi, mecha, and everything in between. Like, if there's a sci-fi genre, we kind of sprinkle a little in across the top. We've been across a multitude of these sci-fi genres, and we're just enjoying it that much more. We have a lot of fun to get into tonight, but first, we always do a little bit of announcing before we get started, and let's get into the show. Tonight's super serious, ultra hardcore, horror, cosmic sci-fi game that is Stellar Age.
Stop smiling. Come on. Grumpy old man. Grumpy old man.
All right, let's get into tonight's game. Oh, wait, I know how to make everybody upset. Arceus.
We are going to come together in
You see how quickly they focus?
I'm gonna bury that motherfucker in the dirt. Let's go.
Let's get into the next
land on
episode.
the planet just so we can bury him. Alright.
Let's get into Stellar Age 0532 Second Apex Arbiter's Ascent. Episode, I think it's episode 16.
Yes.
I typed it in last night.
Yes.
Tonight's episode entitled Binary Helix. The door's just closed. Alexia has just said, what the fuck?
I had been looking at his paperwork.
Aha. Let's start off with a roll then. Paperwork, quote unquote, looking into his dossier essentially. Let's have a quick open research or leadership. I want to talk about leadership.
McKay, get the fuck out of here.
What was I talking about? All right, leadership.
16?
16, okay.
I do have 2 stone points.
Oh, do you wish to use them?
Yeah.
This is a success. This was a challenging test, so it was only a 13. Because they actually have a cool thing on the sheet. I was on the Kickstarter for this, and let me tell you, when Green Ronin does peripherals,
Honestly, yeah. The player aids are beautiful.
I appreciate their BSG avoidance of corners. There are we don't do rectangular paper around here.
Someone hurt themselves on that.
Yeah.
Foul-proof.
Toasters use corners. Anyway.
Yeah.
Intuition?
Intuition. All right. 2 points for intuition, which is... So this
2
system
points for
uses
intuition.
stunt points. Stunt points are... so instead of having criticals, you basically get to make cool things happen when you roll doubles. And that happens a lot more often than you realize on 3d6. So... Let's see here. Intuition means the GM will reveal a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it. Arceus is a marvel. He was in the... He joined the military of the Tuathan he's not part of the council. They are the conclave. That's right. The actual name of the Tuathan nation is the conclave of Magter. He joined the conclave military as soon as he could. High marks in his primary and secondary education. Within the said military career, he showed a high aptitude for discipline and
This is such a pregnant pause that it's got
He
quadruplets.
has marks for. You notice that he's been in a few situations where he's been involved in a few court-martials, but always from the opposite side.
Oh, getting people court-martialed,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. Okay. Like as a prosecutor, or like as...
No, he's been the witness a lot.
Gotcha. He's just caught a lot of people doing court-martialable offenses.
That's what I figured already.
Yeah.
Okay.
That because he became familiar with a few of the conclave equivalent of JAG officers.
He's a jag-off, all right.
he actually started studying to become part of the conclave military justice system.
Motherfucker. Okay.
It was at that time that his mentor suggested that he join the Arbiters because the Arbiters are in need of people who can remain impartial and observant.
And how did he get to join my ship?
He was assigned via a commander. Crap, what did I write? What did I put his name as? Damn it.
Wasn't Slocum, was it?
No, Slocum is part of Arbiter Justice.
Right.
This guy is assigned as a non-arbiter. He's actually pretty much within 2 years of being within the process of becoming an arbiter. Like there's usually a process. If you apply, if you are not handpicked,
Yeah.
he applied. So he has to go through a sequence, essentially. There's an academy, kind of, essentially.
Question
Okay.
for clarity of notes. Last episode I wrote down that he had Dominion armor with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, you're mentioning a lot about the conclave, and I was just curious. Oh, continue. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, and this is the intuition part. Well, let me
Okay.
let me find out
commander.
where the fuck his goddamn Oh, that's right. Oh, I was a dick. I forgot.
Wait
Commander
for it.
Rustal. Rustal. I'm not shy with my references.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Took me a second. Got there. Thank you.
Commander Rustal, put him onto your. Commander Rustal is a Dominion. Ex-Dominion military, now Arbiter Commander, and he took. And again, this is where I was saying he's a. This is where the intuition comes in. He was taken under the wing of a Dominion Arbiter Commander, where he was instructed in Dominion Marine combat tactics. This is in addition to his marks in Gigas martial forms.
He sounds kind of tough.
So that raises a curious question for me, or perhaps I'm just not as familiar as I thought it was with the setting. So the Dominion military will take in Gigas? I thought they were generally associated with the Tuathans.
They are, but when he was brought into the Arbiters, he received 2 years worth of Dominion Marine training.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, the Arbiters are made up of people from
Good point.
every
Yeah.
And
So
he was a Gigos in Tuathan military.
yeah, he was originally in the Tuatha military. He
Right.
received high marks there. His commander there suggested that he go to the Arbiters.
Okay.
That's when he got the training. Sorry, I jumbled the timeline in my brain.
No, it's all right.
So his mentor, it was a mentor before, but Commander Vostol was not the mentor that first suggested him to the Arbiters.
Hey, you have a habit of getting your superior officers court-martialed. Why don't you go to the Arbiters?
They really appreciate you over there. They like your forthcoming nature.
So now, within
the...
So, this is what you find out within the ward room as everybody kind of stews for a little bit. And I will leave you to work that out amongst each other. I gotta run upstairs quick.
The kind of guy that they said, hey, get out of the military. We think you'd make a good cop. Woof.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
My head hits the PDA that I'm reading from and just stays there.
So I don't want to say that I have found in life that I can usually solve most of my problems with a bullet, Captain. But and I kind of like go over to the table and then put my hands flat on it. I'm just putting that on the table. I'm just putting that on the table. That's all.
Seeing as how he was sent here to watch over us and possibly get us court-martialed, I don't think it'd be a good idea to violently get rid of him.
Counterpoint, he can't watch us if he can't see on account of he is...
If he
sound of somebody dying.
is such a good military boy, why not use that to try and keep him out of our hair? Have him doing the appropriate drills all the time. Have him stationed in places on the ship that we will not be. If he follows orders as well as this seems to be, he said he got high marks for discipline.
Yeah, but you saw how he treated me before he left the wardroom.
Yeah,
Well-
I saw how he treated people on this ship in general. I'm not a fan. That's kind of my shtick, and I really don't appreciate it.
You listen to me better than he does. You actually call me Captain.
Thank you, Captain.
Seems like he's kind of got like his own vibe of he's gonna make his own schedule, and I think he's gonna kind of maybe expect us to sort of just follow along with him for some reason.
Okay, so agreed. We all fucking hate this guy.
I think
So
we
how
all.
do we make his...
I think we could all agree he's also here for a specific agenda. Now, the real question is whether or not he is complicit in that, or if someone uses the fact that he has a very good skill set at finding these particular violations, right?
Does the
Do you know
difference
this?
matter? Is that a meaningful distinction?
Do you know this Commander Rustal? I will say I'm not 100% sure.
I will have to ask the DM when he comes
Okay.
back. However, I wouldn't, if it was just the fact that he was there on the court-martials, I can't hold that against him fully, right? I'm not completely, I've done similar. So, depending on the moral backing on why those things happen, we can get in his head, maybe make it more bearable. Or we completely eject him out of an airlock and say he got attacked by feral Katoans.
I mean, I'm going to get into his head all right. The 9mm round. Put it right there.
I'm saying we could possibly try and use his background to see what kind of character he actually has, other than being a jackass on day one.
That'll take some time, but we have our orders. For now, at least. Go along with it. Figure out what's happening. Find out more about him. And that's the most that I can say right now.
Well, you're his doctor. I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
spy
yeah,
on
I
his
guess-
files for us.
I guess I am now. What do you want me to do?
get close to him.
Find out what his food allergies are.
Find out what his food allergies are.
I'm pretty sure that'll be on his record.
This is fair.
Yeah, I can. I don't have to like go up anywhere like too intimate. I got his files. So.
No, we want to know the intimate. We have his file, therefore we don't need that information. We need something else.
This is
Something
an
about his
order
character.
from your captain to find out more about the person that joined my ship and not what's written in his file.
I'm gonna see how he responds to authority.
I also
Okay.
don't ever want to hear about him and intimate ever again.
Oh god.
Yeah, look, I get what you're saying, Captain, but you made it seem like I was gonna have to like see things or touch things that I was not
Well,
privy to
You're right,
wanting to
wait.
do.
Hang on, you're a doctor? Why do you care?
Yeah, wait a minute. Are you
Uh,
sexualizing the body? You're a doctor.
What?
You're
No.
a doctor. Wait a minute. You're a doctor. I'm just saying that, like, you went to school, you got a PhD or whatever. I would think you would be cool with this stuff. Are you not cool with this stuff? Are you being creepy whenever we have to get exams? What's your deal, Galloway? And I get like way uncomfortably close to your face.
Oh god.
I just didn't want to put my hands inside him or anything. You said to like do something.
I think our
You're a pervert.
I think our doctor just doesn't
I-
understand nuance in conversation. I'm going to assume it is that, and you are not doing anything untoward on my ship.
No.
I'm so sorry. Is this a too often thing?
No.
I think it's just a Galloway thing.
I just figured you would be the most disarming of the group to try and maybe
I
Pick his
mean,
brain.
yeah, I
Find
mean,
out more
close
about
to
the
him.
person on the ship and not what's written in the file.
yeah, no, that much I can do. Considering apparently everybody else
With-
wants to just immediately kill him.
With that said, if it requires you to get your hand in him,
Ew.
Eden just leans back and just puts hands up. You want to know about him or not?
I need a brain shower now. Ugh.
I mean, it's gonna.
God, why? Eden? Christ. Did somebody do something to you? Are you not okay in your brain? Why would you even say that? Ah!
Because
Ew!
listen, I'm
I
just
need
saying.
porn right now. I need to open my emergency porn file.
Oh, I
There we
saw
go.
that.
You
when I
keep
was
an emergency
looking,
porn file on our servers?
You don't?
Oh my god.
This is, hey, GM, do I know about the Commander Rastal? Considering he's ex-Dominion.
Like a current events chest.
Oh no.
Sorry about the captain.
That's
Everyone's coming
intelligence?
back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a while to comprehend everything that just happened.
9.
Nikita, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Nikita's fine with it. Rag does not.
9.
You're not 100% familiar with the name.
I assume that does not succeed, otherwise I would have been.
No.
Okay.
No, you're not super familiar. I mean, maybe he's. I mean, it must have been before your time in the military if he's a commander arbiter.
Motherfucker might need crutches. I don't know, he sounds old.
Is he?
Wow.
Wait, is he anyone I know if he's been a commander at the Arbiters for so long?
Current events?
That's current events.
I was like, wait, I don't know on. Maybe I'll know. No, I'm not. Going to.
No.
That's going to be a 9.
Wow!
Not
Twins!
every commander is 100% known to everybody. It's not like it's not a public position. Like, there's usually one that is kind of the PR face of the arbiters, and Nuan is currently that individual.
And honestly, if I knew the name of the commander, it probably wouldn't be for a good reason. So it might be better that I don't fucking recall him.
Yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter. We all know what he's here to do, and it's to spy on us. Possibly unwittingly. Doesn't seem like the sharpest tool anyway. Although he does seem like a tool. Possibly wittingly. Either way, we gotta be careful what we say around the prick.
I still vote that we use the military background against him to keep him out of our hair, or at least see how he responds once pressure's applied.
That too.
Well, seeing as how he's still not an actual arbiter and he's still going through the process of it, you can train him.
Probably.
Wait, do we all have rank over this guy? I just realized.
Yeah,
Because-
he's not a full-fledged arbiter.
So we have rank over everyone else on the crew.
Except for me.
Except, well, no, obviously you. But, and I guess, okay. But we have an XO who's not an arbiter. I suddenly realized I don't know what our chain of command is.
I feel like Calamity might not know.
Yeah.
Okay, Fair.
As a player, would you like
As a
to
player,
know what
I would love to know because I'm actually
Okay.
realizing I don't know our full chain of command.
ward officers, the four of you, are the only full-fledged arbiters on the ship. When it comes to operation of the vessel in crisis situations, basically when red alert goes off, you fall back to naval precedent. Captain, XO, that kind of stuff. During all arbiter business decisions, the four of you are on an equal field.
Huh.
So it's one of those things where it's like, when things, depending on the situation, there's contextual chain of command, essentially.
Okay, interesting.
So in a medical emergency, obviously,
Galloway
takes
say.
Galloway takes control of that situation. When it comes to your positions within the arbiter organization, you are all equal. But in terms of ship's operation, it is the contextual naval style of command.
Okay.
So ship operations, captain has say, medical procedures, security concerns, your security officer has say, that all those wonderful little jobs and assignments on a vessel are followed for the operation of said vessel.
Got it. Okay.
I don't know how much that makes actual sense, but
It's anime.
having
Yeah.
never been in one of those and only researched most of these organizations, this is how I would see this operating.
Sure.
Also,
Or
to a
kind
certain
of
extent,
weird.
it's table balance, right? You never
Yeah.
want someone to have complete authority over everything that happens at the table, because then it's also a lot of pressure. So I feel like having like areas.
This is why I always go to you guys and go, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
There's an in-universe reason why the four of
Yeah.
you are on equal playing field, even though technically one of you is the captain.
Yeah. We're all special agent space cops, but
I'm
also
the
we have a
face
boat
of
we
the
have to run.
ship, but I'm not the entire brain of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, totally. So does that mean I can give this guy an order?
Within the context of arbiter protocols, yes.
And or ship operations?
In ship operations, as
I'm the helmsman. I don't know if I outrank security.
it's kind of like it would be if
Yeah.
Trying to find the Star Trek equivalent.
yeah, because all the people that sat at the helm were like,
Ensigns.
yeah, which
Not
that doesn't
helpful. No.
like. But even then, ship operations wise, it would depend.
You might be able to.
You might be able to
yeah.
if it has anything to do with flying the ship.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the clarification.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Whereas Eden will have direct chain of command on top as the
No,
primary
yeah,
security
totally.
officer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eden can clearly give this guy an order. Obviously, you can give this guy an order. And Gallo can kind of pull, like, I have a medical reason to, you do a thing. I'm just the driver. So,
In a
but I love the idea of pulling rank.
like I said, in a ship operations sense, not so much. In an arbiter protocol sense, absolutely.
Got it. Duly noted. I'll keep that in mind in case it comes up.
He might be aware of those things, considering his background, though.
Way more so than Calamity is.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
especially considering Calamity.
Yeah, law is not her speciality. She has no reason now to brush up. But she's more about robots.
All right.
Okay.
So
We don't know how well he'll follow it though, showing as he didn't show any of us a semblance of
Well,
protocol.
he may just assume that from what he's been told, it doesn't. That's not how it runs here.
the ship
Once-
is not underway yet, though.
Once actually pressed, we'll see what his character leans into.
And if not, we can teach him how to follow orders with this fucking knife.
Please no.
You don't have to kill anyone with a knife, to be clear.
Don't do anything to get yourself court-martialed.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Hey, yeah, you didn't ask me about my war crime. That was really convenient.
what? I mentioned race crime. You said war crime. What?
the one in your file, right?
What?
Is it a sanctioned war crime? Because then it's not really a crime if it's...
I mean, I had to get that shuttle somehow, is all I'm saying.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. It was old news.
You know what?
We
they know
knew.
about it, which
Yeah,
means
we
they have to
knew.
be okay with it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have left the station.
Totally.
Right? That seems...
Probably. Anywho. We ready to get underway, or...?
Yeah, we were here 4 days.
Yes.
Entirely too short.
In that time, you had made upgrades to your Apex. You had taken time to prepare for your new trip. Obviously, you had set your navigation route. And it was on the last day that this little new addition to your crew was discovered as you were getting ready to head out. It is now, we'll say it's just into second watch, so middle of the day, quote unquote. And the crew is all assembled on the ship.
I'm going to call a ship meeting to assemble everybody, basically make an introduction of Hercaeus here.
Okay.
Smart.
Is this, where are you calling it?
It's just gonna be in the... We're just gonna do it in the galley
In the okay.
for right now.
Kind of informal.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone gathers, your small crew, it not being a large ship. Everyone's... The galley really isn't designed for everybody to be sitting down at once, but standing about the few seats that are available, everyone finds their way in. Hercaeus not exactly going in and taking a seat. He is kind of standing near the door. Alexia is sitting on the opposite side of the room. Her knees up against the bulkhead, essentially. Basically, I have to be here. I have to look in the direction of the captain, but I also want to give that body impression, the body language of I wish to be pointed away from this motherfucker as much as possible.
I shove Calamity subtly in the direction of Alexia.
And then I sit down and I stare daggers at the man until the meeting begins. It's not subtle.
You've got the doctor sitting towards the back. Dr. I don't want to get him mixed up with the other one again.
Strom Berggren?
Berggren. I said Bragenholm last time.
Yeah, we panicked hard.
I didn't want to say that at the same time.
Triggered.
Damn it, bees. They're both doctors. Fuck, I did this to myself. Dr. Berggren sits towards the back. Iso is actually more towards the she's coming in and out of the cooking area, bringing out the small little refreshments because she knew that the meeting was being called last second. But she's got, she's taken and arrayed like a cookie tray, essentially.
Oh, cookies.
Iso, it's a meeting. It's like a staff meeting. You don't have to be our waitress.
Well, if everybody's going to be getting together, I'm going to make sure everyone has a snack.
Okay.
People are more receptive when they have food in their hands, and they speak less when they have food in their mouths.
See, this is what I tried when we first joined the ship, but no one wanted to eat the cookies anymore.
You had a gun on the table, Captain.
I didn't want to get flour in it.
That feels like a pointed comment, Iso, and we're wrong.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me here. Just wanted to go over a bit of information before we get further towards our destination. We will be heading towards Shadow Shell to investigate something for the Arbiters, and we have a new crew member on board. This is Hercaeus. He will be a deputy security officer under Eden here.
He's now in in not casual, but he's not in full uniform. He actually has a. You've never seen a Milesian jumpsuit that large.
You stitch them together like a quilt.
It's, but you do notice it has the plug accesses for being in power armor.
Oh.
But he's got it off the shoulders, at the waist, tied at the center. He is not out of shape. He is definitely in shape. And you're fairly sure when you wear power armor, you're the same size as he is out of it.
Good lord.
Interesting.
Gigas. They're
Yeah.
big.
Complications abound.
It's the difference between Norns and humans in
Oh my
Guild
god,
Wars.
no!
If you've ever seen that line up side by side, yeah, it's like that.
Gotcha.
Out of character, have fun with Lexia, darling.
Told you, it's that one meme image of the pinned against the wall.
Not saying goals, I'm just saying goals.
I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it.
But yeah, he's underneath the jumpsuit that's been tied around the waist. He's got a tank top on.
Do not make him the captain from Fire Force. I will drown in an ocean.
I'm the one that trains every day for this shit.
You're noticing now that his skin expression seems to be very dependent on light. Almost like how some crystal can look black or pearl depending on the light that it's in because of light refraction.
Neat. I mean, it's a dick, but neat.
Damn it, you look cool!
And he also has that rainbow-like flecks of feldspar like striation through his skin as well.
Fucking guy.
Gigas are there's Galloway would know this, seeing as he has to know as the ship's doctor. Gigas are almost, they're like a combination of silicate and carbon based.
Oh wow.
So their anatomy is very unique, and they are one of the like 2 native species to the Galian sector. There was the Branfod. I'm sorry, 3. Gigas, Branfod, and Kaitoans are native to the sector. At least as far as history can be, tracked.
Yeah, Nemedians might have a different measure of
Yeah,
native.
depending on how far you go back, there's always
Yeah.
something. There's always diaspora and migration in pretty much every history.
Thus the Bajoran conflict.
Yeah.
Keep looking further back, it gets complicated.
Pajamas.
Bajoran, son of a bitch.
I mean, you
Tomato,
weren't
tomato.
wrong still.
Where's the lie?
Yeah, he's just gives a quick
Would
hand
you like
up.
to introduce yourself?
He leans forward, takes 2 solid feet.
So clears half the room.
Yeah, well, he sets his feet shoulder width apart, hands behind his back.
Oh
Great
lord.
rest. Braid rest.
I am Hercaeus. You can call me Herc if you want. I've been assigned here, and I will do everything within my power to perform my duties at their height.
Appreciated.
Is that a tall joke?
As he
Very tall.
his head doesn't turn, but his eyes just travel along and just kind of looks down. He says, "If you find it funny that way, doesn't bother me." And he
You're
smiles.
standing next to him. I look really fucking short.
You're
This is fine.
like barely, like the top of your head is like just at his belly button.
Fight me.
Belly buttons.
What?
No, sorry, I was just thinking from season 1.
It's season 1. It was a belly button thing too.
Yeah, it's weird naval.
I mean, that's where
motif.
like it's not comfortable for you to like get in his face because you don't get in his face.
Not until we're in 0G.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to boop, get a little bit
Oh my
higher,
god,
put your
the
hand
slow
on the ceiling.
bouncing, like.
Is it bad? I'm sitting here going, I just want a hug from him because it'd be like the most encompassing.
Yeah,
But also,
no, he could
I
enfold
don't-
you.
I don't want him to because I might die.
My responsibilities on this ship are to aid security and the smooth operations of the chain.
All right, appreciated. And you can be at ease.
He goes back to the
am.
wall, leans, and folds his arms over.
Oh my god, we're slowly matching each other across the room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's got the just the head nod. But not the nod. It's the back.
Yeah.
It's the
Gotta put a little New York City
Fork.
in it.
Fork.
otherwise known as the nonverbal New York hello.
Yeah, yeah. Body language.
All right.
The rest of the crew just basically watches this weird tennis match of just semi-aggressive body language just going back and forth.
Slowly just pinching the bridge of my nose. All right. Thank you, everyone. If you have questions for me regarding any of our current missions, you can let me know. In the meantime, please go back to your duties and rest accordingly if you are not currently on duty.
Or ducks through the
Oh,
bulkhead,
no. Not you.
stops, turns.
You had Dominion armor. Did you bring it on the ship?
Of course I did.
I'd like to look it over. We could compare.
Sure. He steps a little bit back and holds his hand out in a after you.
There's like a tightness to Eden's shoulder because she's suddenly holding herself in an awareness of old habits. Seeing him, and there is a certain posturing happening, and she's like, starts walking her way in front of him.
Okay. You make your way to the armory. If everyone doesn't mind me taking this a little bit further here, find out, see where
it's
this
fine.
goes.
No, I've got something to say to someone, but I want to know where this is going.
Yeah, I have a little thing to say, but this is good.
I move. There's a hallway. We could
There
have a conversation.
are 3 armor bays for power. Well, 4 armor bays for power armor.
Imagine this takes up a lot of room.
Well, yours was in the primary one. That's usually the one that gets that is used immediately.
Did he move my stuff?
There tends to be more room in it, though. Yours is now in a secondary bay because his would not fit into the secondary bays.
Let the dick measuring commence.
His power armor, which to you looks like a small apex.
Such
The
mixed
cheating
feelings.
axe.
You're fairly sure that in his armor, he's at least 12 feet tall.
Good Christ.
The way power armor works, you can definitely see that he gets an extra, like 2 feet at least.
Show me.
In that armor.
She pulls up her hand terminal and starts timing. Show me. Do that
We're on a drill right now.
right now.
Puts his fucking suit up, his overall, zips it up, says ready.
Is his
He's waiting for you to like hit the timer to jump into the armor.
oh my
Like
god.
he zipped up,
yes.
he like put his overalls on, zipped up, and is like
Let the hazing begin.
ready.
I didn't tell you to.
You don't tell us to do a lot of things. There's your first mistake.
I sound like he has so much more dice than 3 dice.
That's because I have 2 plastic die and 1 metal die, so it all
Oh, it has
rattles.
additional chink chink.
Okay.
It's also because he's very, very tall. Gigas,
I rolled a 14 with double 4s and a 6 on the stunt die here. So
You can do it with a flourish.
he turns and in one fluid, backwards, no looking, never breaking eye contact move, steps in, puts both hands into the armor. It automatically clamps down. His feet step backwards in. The feet, if you've ever seen the power armor is similar to the power armor in Anthem. So it's got like semi-digigrade at the very bottom. So you have to kind of step up into the boots. So he steps up and backwards, puts his hands in at the same time. Everything closes around him in a seamless motion. The top slides down over his chest, pulls his arms forward with a second step, presses up to his neck, and the helmet slides in. Looks down at you, and within 5 seconds, he's in full power armor. His eyes lighting up as the 6-second mark hits.
Eden's smile has too much teeth, but it's there, and it looks uncomfortable on her face, but...
His armor is custom, too.
She starts stalking around. How well serviced is it? Is it like, does it have any chinks?
You're not used to seeing Milesian power armor in Tuathan colors. It is white with blue on it as accents.
Blue's also the Arbiter color frame, so...
On his right shoulder, the entire pauldron is blue, and there is a white Omega symbol on it. Shut up.
Nerds!
It's a nice shade of ultramarine, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
His helmet is a little bit more... It's a little bit more Spartan in design than the standard one. He's obviously gone in and messed with the angles. It even has an implied vertical crest along the top that spikes down in the back. No brush on it, though.
Sorry, when you said Spartan, I thought you literally meant the Mjolnir armor from Halo.
No, I hate Halo.
Wow, tell us how you feel.
It's the one sci-fi property that I'm just like, meh, about.
Don't blame you.
When I mean Spartan, I mean like Leonidas. So
Yeah.
It's got eyes. It's got a vertical matching vertical slit that glows the same color as the eyes, but there is a disconnect for the mouth portion. When he speaks, it vertically glows.
Oh.
Oh, somehow really cute though, and
With
very
blue.
jarring.
Aw, he's a transformer.
It's pristine armor. It is well kept, pristine armor. You can tell it has 2 shoulder deployable rocket pods on the back that sit nestled into the shoulder joints. Normally, most gear has a ranged integrated and a melee integrated. Yeah. His has 2 melee integrated in the forearms, and you can see resting up against the wall is a customized version that is handheld of what is integrated into your normal armor's right arm.
Man alive.
Is that the storm rifle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a free holdable storm rifle that's been modified for his grip size.
You've got a very wealthy patron. Eden's, as she's stalking around, taking upon herself to smooth her hand over certain parts that take her interest, looking for any chinks or anything. For a soldier, you got hell of a fucking ego for this personalization. Beautiful.
If I'm going to operate at my best, my gear needs to operate at its best.
Do you do your own customizations? Or are you dependent on an engineer?
I customize and clean it myself. No one else has ever touched this armor except the manufacturer and my hands.
Slowly see the respect growing in Eden right now.
Hits the button, it flies back. He takes the steps backwards, and in almost the same fluid motion, it detaches and he steps out of it. Starts undoing his overalls to relax, and he says, "Anything else you need from me?"
Want any other demonstrations?
I'm not on duty until third watch. I was going to use my spare time to get in some working out, and then modifying this a little bit further for the upcoming mission.
Don't fall for the obvious honeypot. Don't fall.
Eden suddenly
Oh,
sweaty.
no.
Oh no!
Fall for the obvious honeypot.
There we go.
My back.
Someone quick support Eden.
I'm not there.
Don't fall for the obvious honeypot.
The two of you went.
No, you guys were following. Gallo
No.
said he was
Nope.
following.
No.
No.
I was
No.
saying,
No.
Yeah, you're by yourself.
This is
with
intimate.
him.
This is just the two of you.
Yeah, you did that all by yourself with him, alone in the armory.
No one needs
I
no
stayed back because I want to talk to Alexia. Like, nah.
like 3 additional shades of pink in her ears. Enjoy your free time.
I will. I assume there's enough space in the hangar bays to get a good jog in, right?
The ship accommodates Alexia. You'll be fine. Unless there's some special needs
Good.
you have.
He reaches over, and you see him grab. They look like just strips of pads that were next to the locker and armor bay. Pulls them off and drops them into his bag. They land with a fucking hammering thud. Takes 4 of them. Picks up the bag like it's nothing. I'll see you on third watch. And he heads out of the armory, leaving you with your thoughts.
I really love just like Eden in a room by herself, and then we get like the high angle
Yeah.
looking down, and we just hear a very quiet shit.
Yeah, it is 100% on security footage. God, no one look at the cams.
Also, the moment where you
Ragnar
realize,
puts away the hand terminal like, I didn't see anything.
or the moment where you just like
Just wanna
turn
make
around
sure you weren't
expecting the
killing
rest
him.
of us with you, and it's just like the white dot lines of our outlines
In anime.
not being here.
As
Like
soon
you
as
turn it going, back me up here, and there's nobody else in the room.
as soon as he left the room, Lexia just kind of slid a little bit closer to Calamity, and in a low voice, not hiding it from anybody though, says, "He makes me uncomfortable."
Yeah, that guy is a fucking prick. Did he try anything?
What do you mean try?
Well, I mean, like, obviously he's not the person on the ship who should be wolf whistling at you. That is definitely somebody else's job. But more to the point, did he like say anything shitty or like, you know, like try to put the moves on? I don't know. Guy shit.
Not really? I don't think so.
Good. Well, no, it's just if he says or does anything. I mean, obviously, like deck him is the correct response, but I appreciate that. You know, you're like,
I could never.
right? You're a gentle soul. You know, it's what's.
No, I can't.
Wait, you like literally can't deck people?
No, I can. Oh, I can hurt people if I really want to. Not him though.
Really?
Oh God! Listen, the really awkward kink of this episode has been
You
strong.
just hear in a corner a cough from Ragnar, whose face is turned away, but you can tell is listening to all
I
of
realized
this.
Binary Helix was a bad choice for this episode, and I should have gone just with Thirst episode.
You
Why,
cough.
you
I don't
say?
break eye contact with Alexia. I'm just like, yeah.
She's kind of looking around. She's like, he's at least 3 Dan above me.
3 Dan. Oh, okay. So I am deeply culturally ignorant. I'm afraid you're gonna have to fill me in on what that means.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it's we don't follow them the way we used to.
right.
The Dan is kind of like family jobs.
Like a caste?
Yeah, kind of like that. But we haven't followed them for a long time, but a lot of people are still really into that. It's definitely really not a good idea. It's a long cultural thing. It was part of the teachings that kind of saved our when we found the way, when we found peace.
Sure.
How much do you know about Chiga's history?
Well, I know this really great Gigas restaurant back on the station. It's up on level. We'll have to go sometime. Anyway, they've got this incredible, I think it's like a noodle thing. I'm not really sure. I don't recognize it. But it's got this like big, it's like a block of salt and it's like black. It's like solid black. It's so good. So not much.
I'll before we get underway, I'll see if I can pop out quick and maybe get some things free. So to make something then. But beyond your culinary understanding,
No.
it's our people were very violent for a long time.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Our planet was kind of on the brink of mutual annihilation via nuclear
that's
weapons.
too much.
Yeah, but there was a kind of cultural awakening. An individual came forward and kind of showed us what we refer to as the way.
Right, he was like, this is the way. I get it.
By the way, I want to point out, I wrote this shit way before The Mandalorian came out. I want to point out, I called it the way a long time ago.
Season 1, I believe, ran well before the Mandalorian, so...
And these notes existed. Just want to point that out. Says anyway, back to what I was saying.
Okay.
They kind of taught us the way, which is where our understanding of discipline and
Sure.
our GS forms that allow us to
Like the glowing hand, like that rad shit you do. You saved us.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's part of it. That's part of it. That's some of it. Let us channel our aggressions in better ways, and we didn't kill each other with nuclear weapons.
The planetary-wide murder didn't like.
But it wasn't.
Man.
Not all the teachings were the best, because there's very much a you have your purpose, and a lot of people interpreted that as you're born into your purpose, and for a while we kind of had a very rigid family system of what you were born into. And
Yeah, I don't truck with that shit. Like,
well, we don't really follow it anymore. It's kind of old school. Once we met up with the Tuathans, and there was some back and forth, and they came and had some of our food, and we went and had some of their food. It was nice, dinner parties.
I've been learning a lot about them from Galloway, actually. Never do this. Apparently, it's way racist. Learn that one.
Yeah, that really is.
It's super not okay. Never do that.
It's kind of not okay that you just did it now.
Oh.
I'm
Good
shaking
point.
in the corner, trying not to laugh.
Oh God.
Because
Right.
literally Iso's over in the kitchen just like...
The fuck did you just do?
And I'm just shaking, like hand over mouth, just like,
Oh God.
I apologize. That was. I. Sorry, Iso. That'll never happen again. So Issa's gonna kill me, and she's well within her rights to do it.
You just hear from the other room. I make all of her food. Every single morsel that she puts into her fucking face, I make. You'd think she'd think about that before she opened her fucking mouth. To put more of my food in it.
Oh my god.
It's just, and the mumbling continues, but that's like the last of what you understand.
I owe her.
So Alexia's just like,
apology.
so uncomfortable moments aside.
That's wow.
We kind of left that system behind. But it's still kind of like a thing, and
yeah.
There's kind of an assumption that if you have that kind of reflection, do you see the little bits of rainbow?
Yeah, he was all glowy and sparkly. Is he like?
Yeah,
is
a
that
lot of the
cybernetic thing, or?
a lot of the families that were in the more governance side of our culture had that, and they kind of made sure that they had that, and a bunch of marriages may have happened to make sure that they had that, and yeah, that's kind of something that I want to avoid, and I don't get the vibe that he would be somebody that wouldn't bring it up.
Okay, but counterpoint, even if this guy is like your Dan or whatever, being shoved into boxes when you're born is kind of bullshit. Just okay. Proposal, right? I have a proposal for you.
Oh, already?
I just met you, really. I don't mean to.
I'm
very confused.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not
normally
against a first date, but like have a
No,
first
it's
date.
just,
Like that's kind of
okay.
really.
So normally I have a witty rejoinder here, but you're making me feel weird emotions, and I was going somewhere with this. I just wanted to tell you, Christ, that I'm very sorry for being super racist. No, that one's for Iso. That one's not for you. Shit.
Oh, no.
Perk. If he does anything, if he tries anything, if he says, if this motherfucker is like, if he puts a tool out of place and it makes you just kind of tense up a little bit, you tell me. Because if there's one thing I have definitely figured out how to do, it's break people's expectations of who and what I'm supposed to be. So I don't give a shit if he's.
That's a fact, yeah.
Is first Dan or like 20th Dan? Whichever one's higher. I don't know how Dan's work. Whatever kind of Dan this guy is, I'm not gonna let him fuck with you.
I appreciate that.
Cool.
I'm gonna walk over and put my hand, one on each of their shoulders, and go,
Captain, hi! Wow! Hi!
whenever
Yes?
you guys need a night off, tell me. And then I'm gonna walk away.
Hers.
Nick, I just got a free night off.
Alexia turns a nice shade of rose quartz for a second and just kind of says, I'm gonna go calibrate the injectors. She stands up.
I'm gonna go apologize to Iso.
All right.
Oh, sorry, but Doki Doki Arbiters is the best alternative spin-off dating sim that needs to happen.
So that's
We could draw various art with various things, and we could just.
That's the AU dating VN that we have based
Yeah,
off of this show. Doki Doki Arbiters. Yeah.
It's us, but we're in Arbiter High.
So now we have. I'm assuming the ship's gonna get underway at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put in
Yeah, we don't need
coordinates.
to roleplay me apologizing to Iso, but it is prostrated upon the floor. so
Don't
we're gonna
poison my burritos.
The only thing Dalloway wanted to do while we were all together was ask.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was ask Sham if he had caught up on Stardust Saga.
Doki Doki Arbiters.
Oh no.
follow.
Oh no.
Doki Doki Arbiters!
Immediately, Strom just has this moment of. No, I hadn't.
Well, it's a really good one. I think you're gonna like it. as like Galloway just gets ready to head off to the med bay.
Only through season 1. How did he?
Stardust Saga. There's like 5 seasons of Stardust Saga, so.
Oh my god.
All right.
That was it.
That was so good. Good contribution to Doki Doki Arbiters. It was good contribution. Yep.
Solid stuff.
Solid.
Is there anything the captain
Wanna
would be
romance
getting up
anybody?
to at this point?
It was more standing there making sure Calamity wasn't gonna put her foot in her mouth more than
Further,
usual.
yeah, further.
Further.
Honey, she's up to the knee. What are you talking about?
Yes,
God.
but the moment you start trying to gnaw at your own hip, I'm gonna be like, nah, okay, and like
Salting the other foot, actually, while she's at that.
For clarity, did you just get offered first date?
Yes,
Oh god, I think I did in there.
which is why Ragnar
I got
came
so caught up
over.
in the roleplay.
Which is why I came over, and I was just like, if you guys need a night off,
That makes it the best.
tell me.
Yeah.
That Ragnar caught up on it, but not
Yes.
Calamity.
That's beautiful.
And it was more like I'm gonna stand here and make sure this doesn't come to blows, and periodically checking security camera in the thing and just being like, click.
Over
I'm the narrator in our Doki Doki.
Ragna does get a quick comms chime from Zep. So, Gavin, it seems that we're ready to shove off whenever you want.
Yeah, let's get going. I don't want to be here much longer, surprisingly.
The general sound. There's naval whistles. If anybody's watched the original TOS, they use them heavily for Star Trek. Star Trek. I don't know why it sounds like I said Star Trek because
Star Trek.
your throat ever get
That
the
could
wrong.
be the name of.
You ever speak and then like spit forms the wrong way and completely changes your throat?
Oh yeah.
Great Star Trek.
So it's Star Trek
few
now.
Star Treks.
Uh-huh.
Spit forms the far away. Sorry.
The name
Mhm.
of her.
Fuck.
Anyway, the general sound, the whistle of departure, sound, clarions throughout the ship as the chain breaks dock with Agora Station and begins heading towards Shadow Show. You have one interval action to be had. I will let you think about that. I have to use the restroom again. I apologize. Stomach has been a nightmare today.
I'm writing that down as a quote. My new light novel, my captain became my wingman, so my giant girlfriend and I could have time off.
I'm totally gonna take this opportunity to pee as well.
That was amazing.
That was a lot and not at all where I expect. I mean, like, yeah, it went places I was not anticipating. I don't know why Calamity's so fucking useless when talking to this lady.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
What's everybody doing for their intervals?
I'm at 88 hours for shotgun training, so I'd like to continue it.
Actually, you have current events. You might actually
So-
be able to get some good information about the area we're going to with the feral Kaitoans.
Okay.
I am definitely gonna go talk to my XO. Zep and I are gonna have a discussion.
Ah,
Oh, yes. Ah, yeah.
okay. And Galloway, you have any ideas for what Galloway's up to?
Galloway's going to take Captain's advice in trying to ascertain a more chill conversation with Herc, if that's possible.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Sorry if that puts you on the spot or anything.
He's the GM.
That's the GM. It's my job to be on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the magic man.
Sorry.
All right. So,
What about Eden?
I'm debating a bad choice. It's fine.
debating a bad choice.
I apologize. My my colitis is not being very friendly right
Do
now.
not apologize for chronic illness. I will punch you.
I'm pretty sure we kept them entertained.
Giving the reason why I'm being rather stepping away. I'm trying to keep a steady narrative of some kind going here. All right. So 3 days worth of shotgun training.
I only need 12 hours. So 2 days. Yes.
There you go. Rifles has been trained.
Oh! I can add that to my sheet.
You worked hard for that. You earned that.
Yeah, you've been working
Seriously,
on it for a
it's episode
while.
16. Like, you've earned it.
I think every interval you have done rifle training, except for one where you talked to Zep.
Yeah. That's literally,
Yep.
it's the only other relationship I have in here.
Okay.
Rifle training.
Do you still want a little bit of time to think about what you're doing for Eden?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kev Fox, roll off. We'll see who gets their scene first.
So just a single D6?
Just roll a d6. Who gets higher?
2.
5.
All right.
The floor is yours.
So when you mentioned Herc having like looking for space to run about on the ship, is there
Mhm.
like just like an outward track on
You
the
don't
ship?
have any shuttles. There's no runabout.
Wow. Nerd.
Just yeah. I'd walk away from me too. Don't worry. Anyway, so back on the Yangtze.
I'm not coming back!
Galloway's just like gonna try to like from like the med bay area. He's gonna like try to just like keep an eye out for him for whenever he's around, and like as soon as he like catches it, like he sees him.
Okay.
about-
He reports for his mandatory physical when you appear for a new assignment. He really is gone. When you take up your new assignment on a ship, you get to know your medical officer, talk about what's in your file, all that fun shit.
Okay, so I can basically like invite him in for like a appointment essentially.
He actually made the appointment with you. He put a note into your schedule
Wow, this guy with the power moves over here. Like,
to inform you
Jesus.
that he would be available during that off hour because he had training and maintenance in the other hours, and that would be best for him, though he would make arrangements if necessary.
No, you didn't stop.
No, it's fine. This can fit.
He's perfect to schedule.
Okay.
So yeah.
Would you be in the office waiting for him, or would you like be doing something else and then get to the med bay around that time?
No, I think like knowing when in the schedule he's gonna show up, he'll be waiting in the med bay, and he'll probably just be, tending to his little garden he has set up, make sure to not use any of Strom's labeled tools.
20 minutes ahead of time, he shows up.
Oh,
He's early.
oh,
Just my kind of fucking cheese.
hey there,
Stop making me respect him.
Herc. I guess
Whoa.
take a seat. You got some time.
He walks over, and he doesn't sit in the on the medical couch. He sits in one of like the chairs around, like against the wall, basically waiting, and he puts his hands in his lap.
Ooh, all right. As Galloway sort of like puts the tools down, like sort of just does like one last little like spritzing of his plans. He kind of walks on over. He's like, "Okay, Herc, come on in. You're here. Let's get you going."
We'll get started then. He stands up. strips down to his waist, goes over, sits in the med chair, throws his arms into the automated cuffs that start taking bio readings.
Necessary? Do we take our shirts off when we sit down in the med bay?
It's a military practice, though. They have the best reading skin-to-skin contact on the cuffs.
Just curious about what we did. Okay.
What you guys do is up to you. He's going with military precision technique. Basically, what is the most efficient way to do this thing right now?
I take mine off. Definitely.
Yeah.
Galloway's gonna like pull up his file, but still remembering what the captain said, that don't entirely trust the file. Try to get like some more input from him as a person. So he's like, okay, well, seems like well, you're more fit than I am.
His eyes move away from the point on the wall that he had been staring at and kind of does a quick up and down and just... Could say that.
I love Gallo so much.
So, anything I should know about in particular, like any medications you prefer? We're able to produce some on board the ship, if need be.
I have provided you with the list of protein enhancements as well as dietary restrictions that I require personally in your logs.
Yep, I got them right here.
It's strict vegan.
Okay, alright. Yeah, I'm assuming you're happy to get off the Arbiter. It's really 50-50 on there when it comes to their food options.
Assignment's an assignment.
Oh yeah. So, how you
Caught
feel?
that, by the way.
What?
They caught that, by the way.
So how you feeling about going on this trip? Seeing as just like your first big run out there or anything?
I've had other assignments before.
All right,
This is another one.
Yeah. So how was said on your, I think from your file I heard you worked with the conclave for a while before joining up?
I was in the Conclave Academy.
How was that? I never attended, but I heard it.
You don't say.
Yeah, but I heard lots of good things about it, so I'm sure you're going to be an excellent addition to the chain.
Where did you go to school?
Oh, one of those private schools for medicines and stuff.
Yeah. Where I went to school, make sure that you had a school to go to in the first place.
I mean, thanks for your service. I mean, I'm sure that...
No. Don't ever do that.
So, you're not welcome for your service.
His military bearing that he has had most of this has kind of broken. And he looks to you. Says, don't thank me for my service. I don't need thanks for it. I do it because I do it. Because it needs to be done. Not because I need a thank you. Not because I need praise. I'm here to make sure everyone is safe and protected, and to make sure that any threats are handled so that people like you can go to nice schools and not have to think about it.
Well, look what that got me. I'm here. And I'm here to make sure that you stay healthy, which without my help, you've already been doing a wonderful job, clearly. So, yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything like you're looking forward to on this specific mission, or you have anything? I don't know. Your vitals are clear. Your standard of health is phenomenal. Like, I'm just, I don't know. I just feel like if we're gonna be working together, what can? You got any questions for me? Or I don't know. I'm just trying to I've been told I don't have great bedside manner, but I think that's different than... This isn't bedside manner. This is just trying to strike up a conversation, you know, so...
You're not dying, right? So I guess it's not that bad.
I'm not a great conversationalist myself.
All right, look. We already got something in common. Look at that.
So good.
Have you watched Stardust Saga?
You watch that trash?
I watch it for... I heard somebody else watched it, so I wanted to catch up on it so that I could try to talk with them about it. But, you know, one man's trash is another man's
Yeah,
treasure.
one man's trash is another 15-year-old girl's treasure.
My good toast. I ate him.
Okay, well, you know, like I said, if you need any specific, you know, the dietary things, I'll let Iso know down in the kitchen. Yeah, if you got any other problems, if there's anything going on with you, just let me know, and I'll do my best to make sure you're well accommodated for.
I'll be sure to bring any concerns to you as soon as I have them.
All right, well, checkup's free to go. Don't be a stranger now.
Oh.
I won't be, seeing as we are going to be living in the same 400 square foot cubes together for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah,
We'll get to know each other just fine.
looking forward to it.
Likewise. He stands up, puts his jumpsuit back on, turns around, gives you a rather formal salute, walks out, and starts making his way towards the armory. That was that interval.
That just fucking happened.
I like how that's the note that you made. He doesn't like Stardust Saga.
That's your wonderful intel. That's your grand insight after what just happened. Oh my god!
Mission accomplished.
My face,
So you have reputation 1 with him.
my face hurts.
Yep.
Well, you have relation 1 with him. We need to find out what that relation is.
Yeah,
so
we'll figure that out.
I do the scene between Calamity and Zep, you're gonna think about what sentence best sums up your relationship between Galloway
Yeah, think about what you
and
just did.
Hercaeus.
What did I just do?
Think about what
Everything.
just happened.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm in pain.
Oh god, it hurts so much. Ah.
Oh.
Oh fuck. Beautiful, endearingly awkward. Fuck.
Oh my god,
damn
he
it, I
says I
love
hope
you.
he underlined mission accomplished. Yeah,
Oh,
he
God.
probably did.
Time for italics.
Bolded, underlined.
So how is Calamity finding Zep?
So my thought were we can guarantee they cross paths every single day
Yeah.
is up on the bridge in the pilot's chair. on a ship
Always
change.
in between moments of making sure ship's staying on course. I mean, when you're underway the way you are and you're on a set FTL course, there's really
Oh, good point.
it kind of like you're still on duty, but you don't have to be in the pilot's chair at all times.
Hmm.
So there is a degree basically you need to be within range of the bridge when
Sure.
it is your shift, because there's really only 2 pilots. One of you is always considered at least partly on duty,
Right, or on call if nothing
on
else.
call if it's because you have your normal 3-shift rotation,
Mm-hmm.
but you 2 share a 2-shift rotation with heavy reliance on call.
Totally. Okay. In that case, then, I'm trying to remember. I need to get a map of the chain because I don't really have a good one in my notes anywhere. So I need to get hooked
I
up.
thought I sent you the one that I drew, but I can resend it to you when we get
Maybe
back.
Shit. Okay, I may have just missed it then. I'll double check the chat and make sure I didn't like totally lose it. Oh. Oh wow. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, I got a sketch once. I never got that. That's beautiful.
Thanks.
So yeah. Okay. So because that's what I was trying to think. Is the crew quarters are in a sense just below, like the bridge is up at the top / front.
Yeah.
And then below that is all of our crew quarters. Okay. Well, then it's probably not unreasonable to say that like, while I am on duty / on call, whatever,
Mhm.
that weird situation we have, I would head down to Zep's quarters while he is off,
Okay.
and I would shave in a haircut on his door.
All right. From inside, you get a quick come on in.
Okay, so I'm gonna open this door, and I'm announcing that I'm gonna open this door before I open it because I feel like we have a adversarial working relationship. And I just want to make sure that you understand that I don't even have like my sidearm on me. I'm completely unarmed. You can check the security camera for the hallway. Hi, waving at. I'm not like going to hit you in the face with a pie or something. Like that's not about to happen. And I just want to make some assurance that when I walk through this door, like
just open the goddamn door, please, if you would.
Got it, dude.
He is sitting cross-legged on his bunk. One foot is kind of pulled up to his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And he has more limber than you'd expect a guy who looks to be in his maybe late 30s, early 40s. And he's literally in the middle of clipping his toenails.
Personal hygiene. Good.
and a toenail floats in 0G
no!
as it slowly makes its way. I'd keep an eye out. There may be a few floaters around the room.
I'm talking to a floater right now. Nope, not reason I came here. Bad Calamity. Actually, what does his room look like? It occurs to me, like just roughly.
It is an individual's organized chaos. You're fairly sure everything in the room, if he needed it, he'd get it. But you can make no sense of what the fuck's going on in here. That
is shockingly close to Calamity's room. Okay. Don't want to think about that too much. Wow, pilots. Okay, so as I like lean back and kind of look out the hallway a little bit, step in, shut the door behind me. So the new crew guy, Perk, right?
Oh yeah, that particular piece of floating trash.
So I was about to ask, yeah, what your size up of that dude was, actually, because... Getcha. All right. We're on the same page, then. Listen, I have had a lot of fun at your expense.
No.
You're kind of a dick, and you don't fly the ship as well as you should, and you really aren't treating the vernial thrusters on the dorsal side correctly when you accelerate. But I'm trying to put all of this aside on account of I feel that there are bigger issues at hand than my complete and utter disdain for you as a human being.
I appreciate your ability to overcome such shortcomings.
Well, thank you. It's really hard for me. I'm trying super hard right now.
I can see it.
Yeah.
It's a strain.
It's good to be like recognized, honestly.
I love it so much.
Does this whole have a point?
God, all right. Trying to be a better person. Just do the. Actually, she like turns away from him. Trying to be a better person, Calamity. Just do the thing.
As you turn around, as you're kind of
Yeah.
pinching your eyes. On the wall behind you,
Mm-hmm.
like around the door, you see about 5 different plaques and a small box, shadow box, with about 6 distinguished service medals in it.
Whoa.
The plaques are from star runs. He's got records.
Yeah. Okay.
One of which is for ballistic travel through a system in an apex.
Holy shit.
Like he slingshot through a system across planets in just his apex.
So yeah, Calamity's just doing like a little bit of like a hype up thing, and she stops mid sentence and like looks up at this, and gets this like we see this weirdly like serious, almost reverent look in her eye, and she kind of like just walks over to it and like kind of points at it, just like, and turns back to him. You?
No, my twin brother who happens to have the same name as me. Yes,
That's really-
me.
It's weird you would keep his plaque then. Calamity kind of starts and stops to say like 2 or 3 different things, and then she just kind of straightens up and offers out her hand and just says, "Truce."
He floats the toenail clippers away from him.
Good, so fucking good.
He unfolds his legs, kind of uses a little bit of a hook to 0G up to a vertical, takes your hand, pulls you in close. This is truce. So long as you understand that if you're going to run such a heavy burn on the tail end, that you're going to take our fuel resources into account.
Deal. It's more efficient that way. 17 drive can handle more pressure against the whatever.
Not when you take into account the fault variable in the warp.
Well,
But, yeah.
Alexia's never complained.
Alexia likes you too much to complain.
Do you think she does?
You
I know,
have the
asking-
you I've seen your reaction speed in Apex. You have a pilot's visual recognition. I'm fairly sure if I put up about 6 different silhouettes, you'd be able to pick out which one and what manufacturer they are from, correct?
And put him down at range. Are you kidding me? I grew up around that stuff.
I know. Yet you can't see shit right in front of your goddamn face.
Is this about the toenails again? Anyway,
It's going to take a while for me to admit to anybody else, but you can be so goddamn adorable sometimes.
Aw, you're all right too, Zep. Now that I know that you're actually, I don't know that you're a better pilot than me, but that's only because I haven't tried that specifically legally where anyone was watching yet. But
He says,
respect.
you see a moment of like a twinge of like sadness on his face.
Oh,
like-
buddy.
I'd pretty much wager that you are a better pilot than me right now. Back in
Oh,
the day, absolutely. I could have taken you anywhere and shown you a few things that you don't know yet. But I'm not getting into a machine anytime soon. So,
Yeah.
the only place I get to get that feeling again is in that pilot's couch. every time it's my shift. That's my favorite me time. You understand?
More than you will ever know.
So, I appreciate this little arrangement that we're gonna have. You understand?
Sorry about your clipped wings, man. That shit's rough.
Yeah. I'll
Anyway,
see you during shift change. And
This got like weird and awkward. Yeah, let's just. I don't want to.
he turns around and goes to sit back down on his bunk, and that's when you can see, because he's not wearing his pilot's jumpsuit right now. He's wearing like a casual tank. You can see the massive black scar that is his neural link input that is just ravaged by dead tissue.
Calamity reflexively kind of like rubs at the back of her neck, which she doesn't have anything back there, but it's just kind of like this like sympathetic pain.
He sits back down. He grabs a hand terminal and just starts scrolling through some kind of either like a news feed or whatever. He just says, just make sure you slide the door shut when you're on your way out. Atmospherics will pick up the stragglers.
There's dust on your shadow box. Boop.
All right.
Yes, I love it. I love it so much. I adore him so much.
I know. I want to hug him.
This is your first interval with him, right?
It is indeed.
So you get relation 1.
Yep.
And what do you think what do you think your relationship, Calamity's relationship with Zep is? What's that one sentence?
Oh God, it's something like I respect your time in the cockpit, but I'll never see that.
Reluctant acceptance or reluctant respect.
Reluctant respect. Yes, I have reluctant respect for you as a fellow pilot.
We'll
That's
see where
very
that
much
goes.
how she's slotted him. He now occupies like a different strata of person because like she knows that he can technically fly the chain. She didn't realize just how much he is a pilot and just how much that carries over into specifically what she does, which is fly in Apex. So
like the
that puts
degree of it. Like anybody
Yeah.
technically can be a pilot, but how good are you?
it's one thing to like work for Delta. It's another thing to be a fighter pilot. And what she's recognizing here is that like I'm not just dealing with another fighter pilot, even I'm dealing with someone who was absolutely an ace. And so it's just like, oh, okay. Now you have tremendous respect. Calamity is a simple creature.
It needs to be here. It needs to be right here.
And even then, sometimes can't see it.
I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Go on your first date already.
Exactly. All right. Did you come up with one?
I came up with the interested and the disdained. He has the disdain. Galloway is trying to show interest. I'm sure there's other adjectives I could swap around in there. Other synonyms.
Interested but disdainful.
Yeah.
Chasey.
I'll work on it. I'll keep working on it. Once I have a thesaurus in front of me, I'll find the right.
No,
words.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. That works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not permanent, so.
Yeah.
As the chain makes its way at warp. Oh right. What is Eden's?
It's appropriate. Eden had been pacing around the halls, getting to the door of like Ragnar's room, stopping, walking away. Getting to the door of Herc's room, stopping, and then going away. And then eventually, if anyone was watching the entertaining lack of follow-through on the cam, she made her way, closing herself back off into her room to research the planet we're going to. I want to see if I can find out any information about...
That was pointed. just gonna do my fucking job over here, whatever, people.
Yeah,
Jesus, everyone's trying to get
she's
laid.
clearly bothered. She's just like, no, I should do the thing instead.
I know I'm taking intuition next level up so I can figure this shit out.
Oh yeah, I have that actually. I have a perception of 2 with the intuition focus.
Oh my god, we have the same perception. So you have the same perception.
If you elect to be daft, that's on you.
I feel like it's very ironic to me because I have perception 1, but I also have a specialty in empathy, which I apparently don't utilize.
No, you do not.
Listen, this could totally be a Goodwill Hunting, I am a math genius, but I am a janitor kind of situation. If you do not wish to apply that which is your skill set, that ain't on me.
Wow. The cadence in that voice.
Truer fucking words were never spoken.
So,
I finally got right
doing
full
some
stop.
research. An intelligence research test. For Shadow Shoal.
Now I don't need to train every single interval. I can talk to people.
No, I can apply tactics in this though. Or security. What? No, because I'm like, unless I was hacking into something. Nope. All right, it's gotta be straight.
It's not a
intelligence.
difficult role. If you're just looking for surface details about where you're headed,
The events that we're supposed to
you're
be.
basically going over the reports that you were given to when you were deployed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, calamity.
13.
13.
Eden's hot and
Oh wait,
bothered.
no, 13, 14, 15.
15.
I didn't add my thing.
That is a success. How many degrees?
4.
4. All right.
Ooh.
Shadow Shoal is a low gravity.
Yes.
Ugh, another.
Eek. My bones are gonna rot out of my body.
Exactly.
Mine are fine.
L class planet.
Fine. If you say so, Mr. Glass.
L class planets. Because I don't feel like currently going ahead and making up my own designations for shit. I'm just gonna borrow Star Trek right now. Class M is considered the habitable by most life forms,
Earth-like.
Earth-like. Class L means that it is semi-habitable.
Okay.
If there is an atmosphere, it is extremely thin, but temperature ranges are within the appropriate areas. It seems like this planet was scouted and colonized by a mining interest connected to Exil Han.
Bum bum bum.
The Tetra mining interest. TMI.
Damn it.
This mining interest set up a colony. They named it Shadow Shoal after the captain of the ship that founded the colony.
Is it shoal or shell?
SHADO SHAL. Shadow Shoal.
Okay.
If it sounded like Shadow Shell,
I was hearing shoal, like a
like a U,
environmental.
I've been saying it fast.
Okay.
Shadow Shoal. It was named after the captain of the first arriving ship from the Tetra mining interests.
You did say this was near Erebus, right?
Yes, it is within Erebus, which is the reason why it doesn't have a great habitable surface. There is a degree of radiation that happens on the surface. that is the waning pulses that radiate from the unstable pulsar. That is the unstable binary pulsar that is the Erebus system.
Galactic
my
double
own planet.
barrels.
So in a way, it has a similar problem that Erebus Prime had,
But not nearly as.
as problematic and
Yeah.
uninhabitable without precautions.
Are they still actively mining the planet?
Yes. The actual output is internal. So what is mined is kept internal. They are not.
Oh, you don't know the resource in which they're
It goes
mining.
straight to Exeter Han. They have private rights to the planet.
There's no
This
in
was
any
supposed to keep us away.
yeah, I know. Pictures of the planet. Is there any outward facing machinery? Because if you're mining something,
There is a platform that travels essentially. There are several of them. Think of them kind of like the spice collectors in Dune.
yeah.
The big roaming platforms that are they're kind of like mobile, surface mobile oil drilling platforms.
Yeah.
That move from location to location as they find deposits of whatever
black
they're
oil.
looking for.
Okay. Yes.
There is wildlife,
Okay.
but it is mostly extremophiles. Extremophile is a type of life that thrives in extreme conditions. There are snails that literally live in volcanic vents that have adapted their shells and their pseudopods to have metal in them. That is on Earth. That is not an alien thing. It's fucking real.
Or
it's really awesome.
Or fucking water bears.
Yes, the tardigrades are technically a type of extremophile. But I'm talking about multicellular.
Okay.
Tardigrades aren't aren't that advanced. The snails that I'm talking about are complex organisms. They're mollusks that have metal in their
So it's not. Oh god! Outside the range of possibility that something has a unique adaptation in this
to exist on
area.
this planet.
Yeah.
And considering how long ago Erebus erupted, and then the things that survived on the planet being the extremophiles being the ones that survived and now can thrive.
Yeah.
You have a very strange biome that is not habitable by most civilized species.
So are they dome living?
They are dome living.
Okay.
They're either on the platforms or on the surface. There is a kind of like capital city and a few way stops, stations.
Okay.
They are referred to as stations. So Shadow Shoal Station is like their capital, and it is dome life.
Okay.
I am gonna ask a question real quick. Are they aware that we are arriving from the Arbiters? If we had been given this mission, I assume communication had been made.
They're hoping. They're the ones that put in for Arbiter intervention.
The colonists.
The colonists claiming they're being attacked by feral Kaitoans.
Is it only the miners who are the colonists, or are there people living on this planet that are not miners?
I mean, they started out that way. The planet's been being mined for about 200 years now. This is a decently developed planet. The only reason it's not more of a hub and more of a destination is because A, the rights. that the company has, as well as the fact that it is close to a unstable binary pulsar.
Prime
And-
real
Proximity.
estate.
Yes,
Keep
let's
calling it that.
let's go to the wonderful vistas of this here wall that I can stare at.
Wow, Pleasure Planet, right?
Yeah.
This ain't Ryza. This is
Yeah.
the opposite.
Aw.
the major opposite of Ryza.
I want the opposite of Ryza.
The
Who sends
closer,
us to
I will
Ryza?
say, the closer we get to Erebus, the more like antsy I'm going to be around the ship. Just
Mm.
Oh, the captain's eager to get home.
Oh no! Oh, that hurts.
So as the ship travels through warp, we are going to go
Ow.
ahead and take our break just before we arrive
ow,
on
Vox.
planet
Break time,
at
break
Shadow
time.
Shoal. This is halfway, kind of the halfway point where we take a quick break and we allow players to. I am sorry to let everybody know, but it looks like we are going to have to cut the show short tonight. We just had a little bit of a massive data breach, so we have to go shore
shit.
up. We have to go shore up some digital security. Both Cassandra and I are going to go do that for a little bit
Okay.
because it kind of has to be done right away, and
Go.
taking too much time for that would be not a good idea. Like, oh yeah, no data breach. Let's give them 2 hours to fuck around. No. So I apologize. Normally we would stretch it on till around midnight. I'm very sorry, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us, though. We super appreciate it. And this sucks too because next week we have a week off.
Yeah.
We could still chat.
We're
Do
still
you
gonna
like
be
it?
chat. We're gonna try and maybe we'll set up a hangout just to bullshit.
We also gotta schedule that Event Horizon watch
Oh,
watch
Klug.
party.
Thank you,
Totally.
Klug.
Oh, Klug.
We appreciate you.
Yo,
Klug
thank
is
you.
fast.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, you need to get motor in then. So.
Cassandra's already working on it right now on her end.
Okay, good. Good.
So she's
Shit.
working on that. That kind of sucks, but
That fucking blows. Yeah.
kind of very sucks.
Shit.
So we will be back with Stellar Age on the 14th. That is the next day we are coming back with Stellar Age, and we will be having our new show for Black Void very soon after that. So keep in touch with us though on our Discord. Keep in touch with us on our social medias. We're all above our heads. Normally we would go through the whole sign out and everything, but this is a little bit of a weird situation.
I'll put it into
Yeah.
the Discord. At
Yes.
least my stuff. So go
Smart.
onto our ! Discord and chat with us there. So I'll be there for the next couple hours to chat with you guys, and I promise I will not just lurk. So
Yes, actually, I would ask that the three of you guys, as Cassandra and I, batten down hatches and stuff like that. We're taking this over to the Discord for hangout time.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
We
Totally.
love and appreciate all of you out there in chat. We
Thanks so
will be
much.
back soon. Keep, like I said, keep an eye on all the social media at Team Devil's Luck for our Twitter, on our Discord for all other news. We're going to be posting a lot of previews of stuff upcoming, as well as pictures of the artwork that we're working on for new stuff. I'll put the Discord in chat one more time, just to double check. There's the link for our Discord. Make sure you go and hang out with us there.
I'll join a voice channel.
Oh yeah, a voice channel would be really fun.
I'll join a voice
We can do
channel
that.
and
Sure.
I'll just goof off for a while and hang out in the Stellar Age channel there for a bit.
You can discuss what VNs exist in this Stellar Age universe.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I'm here for this. We can come up with our visual novel.
We
It's
can
gonna
come
be
up with our different
great.
ship names.
Yes. Oh, yes. Ragnar needs this. I need the ship
Okay.
names.
You
Okay.
Go do your important thing.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight. We'll catch you next time. And until we see you again, remember to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.